Is it weird yet? I think it's pretty weird. It's already weird for me. It's always been weird for me though. But for you guys, it might take you some time to get used to the weirdness. I'm really just talking for me personally, but the world is pretty weird too. Speaking of weird, there's this small ass dog that's like staring at me. She looks very puzzled. Oh wait, she looked the other way. I always think it matters if a dog is staring at me. I always think it means something. Like that dog is trying to tell me something about my physique or about my character. Because dogs are very intuitive. There's this chick that I used to be friends with. She's a socialist and she's also a professor, so I'm assuming that we're not friends anymore. But like well, I tried contacting her and she never contacted me back. So I'm assuming we're not friends anymore. But she came to my house one time, like a long time ago, back when my house wasn't the house I'm living in now, but it was a total piece of shit in a really, really cheap apartment complex that was made in the 70s, so it's completely falling apart. Well, I got really cheap rent at this one location. And it wasn't my dog, it was my friend's dog that I was taking care of. Like whenever they weren't there, I'd always walk their dogs. You know, I should have done something, you know, since I was like stealing shit and, you know, lying and not paying rent and, you know, I was a piece of shit. So at least I could do is like walk the dog. So I offered, you know, my friend to come over, the friend that doesn't speak to me now, and she came over. And who does that? Who goes to somebody's house and then complains about their fucking animals? Like, that's fucking shitty. It's like, I don't care that you don't like dogs. Like, you don't talk shit about dogs. You know, whenever you come over and you're like, all dogs are stupid. No, you're fucking stupid, bitch. You're fucking stupid. I'm not even gonna go into your political beliefs, but you're fucking stupid. You think... That's so marxist, man. Just think all dogs are stupid. Get out. You know, they always have those like really dramatic moments. It's like either in like a soap opera or some romantic. It's either a romantic film or an action film. Isn't that funny? So it's either a chick flick or a dick flick. You know, like there's always that really dramatic moment in either one of those films or in a soap opera where somebody very dramatically says to somebody else, "Get out." Do you guys know about that? Sorry, not trying to have like a Chris Farley moment or anything, but it wouldn't be so bad if we did, would it? Chris Farley was such a genius. It's really sad that he went out the way that he did. At the same time, am I surprised? Absolutely not. I like how you're talking about Chris Farley's death. When did that fucking happen? Like 95? Yeah, not a long ass time ago, but it's still relevant to me, okay? Like, it still makes me sad that he is gone. Because he was very, very funny. He just had a gift. Very few have the gift, you know? No, you don't have to tell me that I have it, I already know. But, there's a gift to being able to talk to people and be funny and entertaining. There's a gift to that. That's not like me going, I'm so amazing, because, you know, it's easy for my ego to get in the way, as it often does. But, I feel like, why am I trying to go on? Fuck that shit. Yeah, right? The whole fucking turnpike, are you kidding me? Click, 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 click. That's so annoying. Anyway, what was I talking about? Doesn't matter. Doesn't ever matter. You eventually will get back on the topic. Just not now. Yeah, man, the turnpike distracted me. No, I was talking about the gift of stand-up comedy, or just the gift of being able to be entertaining. That's why I like Marianne Williamson, because I think that she has a gift. She has the same gift that Donald Trump has, only she's channeling it completely different. That's what's so funny about it. They can both stir up a crowd, man. Now, it's easy to look at her and be like, she's stirring up love. And it's easy to look at Donald and say, he's stirring up hate. It's easy to do that. But it's just like a fucking comic book movie, man. Like, if that actually happens, it probably won't. I don't know what to predict, I'll be honest with you guys. Like, I have predicted that Donald Trump is going to win the upcoming election, but who fucking knows? It could be like a Democrat. But I think it would have to be like a Democrat that's not... Is there such a thing as like a Democrat's Democrat? Because like... You know how they say like, oh, you're a comedian's comedian? Like you're for other comedians pretty much. So I think that, yeah, most Democrats are a Democrat's Democrat. You know, they're in it for the Democrats, and that's pretty much it. And you can say that about Republicans too, but I just think that their policies help more people than Democrat policies. Democrat policies like pretend to help a bunch of people and then screw those people over eventually. But you know, you can't tell them that because they don't want to look at that side of it, because that side of it makes their argument nil. You know, like whenever they talk about how they need to ban semi-automatic weapons and all this shit. First of all, if you really want a gun that's gonna kill a lot of people, if you want any object that's gonna kill a lot of people, you'll get that object, you'll find it, you'll make it, you'll order it, you'll do something. You'll hook up with somebody that has that object that you want. This is human nature. That's what people are going to do until the end of time. You can try to like dance around this idea of gun control all you want. It's not going to fix anything. In fact, it's probably going to make your problem worse. So, that's why I'm just like, whatever. Like, there are all these people, like these don't tread on me people that are like yelling about it. They're fucking yelling about it because they don't want people to be... Holy shit, there's been a cop behind me this whole time and I didn't even notice it. That is how high I am. And he just turned. He fucking just turned. Like, you just noticed his existence, and then he just literally turned onto the exit. And I am not looking at him, because then I feel like it looks even more suspicious. But Jesus Christ, I've been talking to you this entire time, Vortex. I've been high as a kite, and this cop was behind me the whole time, and I didn't even notice. You know how many times I have mentioned the 5-0 recently? You're also actually going the speed limit too. You're going like, well, you're going less than the speed limit, actually. I didn't want to cut you off, like, that would have not been fair. Not that this is a competition on the highway. A lot of people think that it is. No, but seriously, there was a fucking 5-0 behind me this entire time. That's interesting though. So I did something that I haven't done in a long time. I got high. Wait, what? I I got high before, like literally right before I left the house. I was like, let's just like take a little hit of that. Let's get a little pinch. Just teeny pinch. Oh my god, I'm so glad I did. I didn't notice that cop. I would have been like freaking the fuck out. Right? Considering. I also have like a keep the Constitution sign in the back. I have that along with the, you know, I love my country, fear my government. Which you could go both ways, really. Right? Don't think that your side is not like comparable to the other side in any way. Just know that. The opposite, where there, you know, we wouldn't have good if it weren't for bad. Just like we wouldn't have love if it weren't for hate, and we wouldn't have really awesome shit if it weren't for really terrible shit, you know? So, in relation to, politics, in relation to everything, it seems like, yeah, there's always this, whatever this is, and then there's the opposite of that, and then there's a bunch of shit in between. This is so deep. I know, it's so deep, man. Can you guys see my face? Because I remember the last time, I feel like there was an ace card in the way of my beautiful figure, my beautiful bones, my beautiful cheeks. Oh my god! Do y'all feel that shit? Fiona felt it for sure. So there's this supposed law where like you can't have a phone, and my mom was like, you can't have a video camera like hoisted up on your dashboard filming yourself talk. Well, there was a cop behind me and he didn't pull me over, so I know that he had to like know what that was. I mean, he was driving behind me, so he's probably like, what the fuck is that? He's like, oh, it's just a camcorder. I can move on. Maybe it's because I was driving perfect. That's gotta be it. You were driving perfect. No, but I do I tend to drive really, really good when I'm stoned. Because, like, I'm so... You are able to focus on that, like, with that, I don't know, like, because you get distracted when you drive. I know that you do. But whenever you're high, you just, like, focus on that. I think it's because, like, you know that your life and other people's lives are at stake, and so you have to be very serious. That's driving average day. High on acid. Well, here's the thing, I wasn't actually, like, high on the acid. Like, I took the acid the night before. But the next day, see, I got high, I smoked some weed, and it was like, I dropped acid all over again. Because I really do think that, like, acid is just, like, extreme weed, and weed is just minor acid. And what they're doing to it now is potent as they're making marijuana. I mean, it might as well be acid. So, just making it so fucking strong. I mean, maybe people don't want that. I mean, I know a lot of people that smoke mids because, like, the weed is, like, too strong. Dude, I used to roll with some middies. I used to, you know, you just get that brick of weed. It's a different kind of buzz, too. A lot of people are very particular about their weed. People are weedies. You can be a good weedie and you can be a bad weedie. good weedies are like total snobs about weed. Not that you shouldn't be a snob about weed, but like, weed is weed. You know, it gets you high on some level. Like, so sometimes it's not the level that you want to be, which is why there's indica and sativa. So, you have different strains for different things. That's why there's CBD, so you don't have to get high. And there's a CBD isolate, so you can pass a drug test. There's so many different things. There's so many different... Well, that's quite a statement, Amy. There's so many things. Oh, all the things. I'm overwhelmed with the things. So many of them. Look, this happens all the time. This happens all the time. I almost run off the road, like pretty much every time that I drive. Oh my God. So, speaking of me driving and people being brave enough, I think I've mentioned this. You have to be crazy to be a passenger of mine. Or you just have to be black, right? Well, I had a passenger. I finally had a passenger. And he used my seatbelt. And he said, oh, this is comfortable. I was like, dude, you're the reason I did that shit. The only motherfucker crazy enough to ride in this car. Now, I drove with him. And I had never actually driven. Whoa. What? You just say I've never driven high before. No, but this was the first time that I'd driven high since like my 2-month hiatus. And I was just like so messed up. Like, I was just analyzing the fuck out of everything. It was like, that's why I tell people, I'm like, if you feel like you're addicted to something, just like stop doing it for a while. Now, I will say, I don't know if like this is like an experiment, then you, Vortex, are part of this experiment that will probably fail. But wouldn't you love to be approached by somebody on the street, you know, and they're like, would you like to be part of a failed experiment? Because you are part of a failed experiment, like every day. You just don't even know it, you know? Definitely, like when you hook up with somebody, if you try to be friends with somebody, if you try to work on some sort of project, or you network socially, whether you do that over the internet or you actually do that, like you do that at Starbucks or whatever the fuck you do that, well, you know, that project's probably gonna fail. Just let you know, whatever the fuck it is, it's probably gonna fail, but it's the trial and error that's worth it, right? Because you learn stuff. You learn stuff from that trial and error. You learn stuff, and hopefully you take it with you in your little knapsack of knowledge that you carry around, like I do, if you're a smart person, right? You do that if you're a smart person, because you want to apply that knowledge to every, you know, future experience that you have. So this is part of an experiment where I'm just sort of reintroducing marijuana into my life, and I'm seeing how it positively and negatively impacts me. In specific relation to my schizophrenia. See, right now, my driving is pretty fucking amazing, even though I'm still running over the side of the road, because I guess I really want to fuck up my tires again. Yeah, that must be the hidden goal. Not so hidden now, right? Yeah, it's like, a part of me wants to see how like crazy I can get. And like where I go, where I take it, where we end up. It sounds reckless and self-destructive. A little bit. But it's also, you're bored. Are you really bored? You have so many books to read. I know I do. But I get bored with like routine and stuff. So then I fuck it up and you have another routine. And then you fuck that up and then you do another routine. This is so fucking old hat, man. Sorry, we're having a private conversation, Vortex. It's cool that you're there. Say hi, other. Say hi to my other Vortex. I kind of like how I have this camera position because it looks like from the film captures that I've seen, like, you know how they do like screenshots or whatever the fuck. They do screenshots and you can choose from 3 and you then put them on your fucking YouTube for the whole world to see. Aren't y'all so excited about it? Well, I know I'm a good blogger. The reason I'm a good blogger is because I just have an audience in my head ready to go. So I'm so much more comfortable with that. That's why my videos are way better than anything I do on stage. Because it's like, I'm not used to there being an actual audience. So whenever there's an actual audience, it freaks me the fuck out. So like, what are these people doing? You know, what am I doing? What am I doing out of the house? I'm trying to do this for real. You know? Oh shit, is that another police officer? I don't think so. It's a smaller car. I can't believe you didn't get more paranoid. I was wearing my seatbelt. You were! Oh my god. You're smart. Well, see, I'm high though. That's the thing. This is the thing. The secret's out. You know, you make lists. I make lists, and I made one yesterday, and it was retarded because literally, if I want to make sure that I won't do something, all I have to do is write it on a little piece of paper in conjunction with a bunch of other shit on that piece of paper. God, please take care of those people. I don't know what's going on, but an ambulance siren makes it sound bad. Maybe it's not though. Maybe they just need coffee or something. Yeah, you could easily take advantage of that. You are in a government vehicle. You can always take advantage of that. Even if it's not a cop car. If you got a fucking siren, people have to move. People have to slow down. People have to pull over. All this shit. That's so much fucking power. There's power in a motherfucking siren. Oh, it's supposedly like, oh shit, Vortex is going. Vortex is going. Like you can't yell fire in a theater, right? It's not nice to do that. It's not nice to lie like that. It's not nice. Back. What else can't you do? That's pretty much it. You yell fire or you say bomb in an airport. Don't do that. Especially now. Especially now. Yeah, you know what's weird? Like, before 9/11, I mean, I think that things were a lot calmer than they are. People just got their emotions amped up when that happened. Because I think that they really thought, not in America. Are you kidding me? All kinds of horrible shit happens in America all the time. We're just not paying any attention, man. It doesn't happen, like, on that level. That was a very extreme level. But that was one hell of a tragedy, you know. It's 5 o'clock. It's exactly 5 o'clock. I don't even know if I'm supposed to be here now. I might have to be here in an hour, but hey, we're like super early. But yeah. Everybody's part of their own failed experiment, and I guess I'm part of mine. God is laughing at me. I know that God's been laughing at me ever since I started smoking that blunt, which I videotaped in case you weren't there for that wonderful experience. I feel like I'm so caught up in myself in different ways, and it's like I'll never not be like that. And maybe marijuana makes it better in certain ways and worse in other ways. Like, you know, everything else in the world, there's always those things in your life that are questionable, you know? Or like some people are cool with it, some people aren't cool with it. Just I have like an AA background. So anytime you have that like sort of 12-step recovery shit completely drilled into your fucking brain, like it's hard to not feel guilty for like any drug that you do, because it's like you just, I don't know. It's all that fucking cult shit. You don't have to be in a cult to like get sober either. You don't have to do that. And you can apply those principles to your life without like having to be in a cult. And you can go to the cult without having to act like a cult member too. But you probably won't be liked very much. They'll probably be jealous of you like they are me. So who wouldn't be jealous? No, I think that I'm pretty cool. I'm pretty interesting. But anyway, I have to go to work, and hopefully I won't have another panic attack. You'll be fine. You have CBD. Shut the fuck up. You have CBD. You have God. Hello. Just ask him to help you, and he will come down. He will. He really will. That's not a fucking joke, you fucking pieces of shit. You unbelievers. You disbelievers. You fucking negative Nancys. You motherfucking morbid Morgans. Hold on. That's my friend, Steven. Hi. He's chewing bubble gum. I can tell because he's black, so I can see like the pink bubble. It's easier to notice when a black person is chewing bubble gum. Hey, I'm filming you. Yes, it's true. I have black up. So don't even think that you could fuck with me. No, but he's like one of my best friends here. But yeah, I'm gonna go to work. We're gonna go to work. Pray for us. Goodbye.